What's up, guys? Dark Drain Films on some Battlefield 4 Team Deathmatch. Just playing a little bit of Team Deathmatch here with my friend. And unfortunately, he got kicked off the server at one point through the match. I don't know if it was something wrong with his internet or what, but yeah, I lost my friend for a little while, and he just called it a night because it was pretty late. But subject of this video is something that I wanted to just kind of vent about because I just finished this match a little while ago, and there's something about annoying players. I hate annoying players, and you know, maybe it's just me, but there are some things where people kind of do almost like being like bullies in a game. And it's, again, it's just a game. It doesn't really matter. It's not real life. But it is kind of frustrating when you're trying hard, and you get killed. And feel like that you should be doing better. Now, in this particular match, there's only 3 other guys on the other team. And after my friend was gone, there was only 2 of us for a bit. So it wasn't a very big match at all. But there's a guy in here named Get Sleazy who was consistently killing me. And, he's hanging on the edge of the map doing that sniper stuff, kind of camping the spawn a little bit. Because I don't know how people do it, but they memorize where the spawns are and commit spawn rape. Now, it didn't happen quite as much as it has happened in other games. But there was a couple times I was just like, alright, boom, I feel like I'm dead, bam. So, but maybe it didn't happen as much as this, but I was trying to find these guys. Finally got this guy back. Now what's weird is maybe he had a recon beacon here, and I was trying to teabag him, be a jerk, because my friend was complaining about this other player called Mr. Miyavi or whatever, and he was teabagging like furiously after every kill. If you don't know what teabagging is, it's just kind of a juvenile thing to do whenever you kill somebody. You crouch up and down a lot, and it's kind of an annoying thing. Like for example, if you're playing Destiny and you kill somebody, they get a replay, or I'm sorry, they get a kill cam, and they kind of see who was the person that killed you. So instead of teabagging in Destiny, you could actually dance, which I thought was kind of funny. But so anyway, I guess it's just something that just kind of bugs me. It's like you go on the internet and you meet jerks. It's just no getting around it. You meet some of the worst, most infantile, juvenile people on the planet, and a lot of them play games, and they're just rude and evil, and I'm whining a little bit, but whatever. Here we go. Bam! Even though I had my gun in his guts, I still got killed. Maybe his connection's better than mine, but I thought I had him. But I guess the game didn't think so. So why am I ranting? I want to vent because I'm not really thrilled about the match that I had here. And part of me was just like, maybe I should have just jumped out when my buddy got kicked, or the EA server crashed on him or whatever. But I was just like, no, I want to keep playing. So after a while, the Mr. Miyavi guy started getting me because he stopped picking on my friend and started kind of picking on me. My guess is that maybe that's just the way the guy plays. He's not being rude or anything. It's just that's the way he plays. But man, just for some reason, I was livid after this guy started, owning me. And here comes my next death. Grenade, boom. He got me. Here comes a teabag. Well, I guess he didn't that time. I guess he was too busy to. But he was consistently killing us, and after a while I was just like, yeah, this sucks. So I guess what I'm getting at is there are players that, are kind of, they exploit the game's weaknesses, such as, and I'm guilty of this too. I've actually, like for example, you can get a shotgun in this game, and the shotguns have unrealistic range. So there are guys who are running around with shotguns and not anything else because they like the satisfaction of having a shotgun that can shoot across the map sometimes. It's kind of stupid, but they have high damage, so sometimes sometimes there are players who exploit that, and after a while, and I'm surprised I didn't even do it in this match. I was just kind of so fed up that I was just like, why didn't I just switch to the shotgun so I could get some cheap kills on these guys? But I didn't, I was just, I don't know, stupid. But yeah, this Mr. Miyabi guy was just, I was just like, man, this guy is really, really annoying. And he's a better player than me, I'll admit. He's a better player than me, and he's been playing the game probably a lot longer, and he probably plays every day because he's got some of the stuff down cold. But it sucks, it's difficult. So, and I think he's going to get me here in a second. I see him across the map, and I try and, do some pick-offs, but trying to get some hit markers, and I didn't get it. And then, sure enough, he gets me. In Japan 3, I wonder if he's a Japanese player, perhaps. Who knows? Not that really matters, but I mean, regardless, I just want to maybe put a word out, that games are supposed to be fun, not supposed to be frustrating. And I guess the moral of this story is, if you're getting frustrated, just take a break, vent, find a way to get off of the anger train. And this guy, I was so mad at one point that I actually threw down a landmine with my engineer class and tried to blow it up so I could just keep killing myself and just say screw it, I'm not gonna give this guy any more kills. And it seemed like me and my teammates were running around, but these guys were just hanging out for a little bit. I was just like, alright. So I had a grenade launcher. I was like, surely I can get a cheap kill with a grenade launcher. But it wasn't happening. So I just, shot a bunch of grenades, didn't get him. So I was just like, okay. And there he is. Here we go. This is when I was starting to get really, really angry. Yeah. I mean, there's really not much else to say. I was angry. I probably should have just dropped out. But I was like, no, I'm going to try. I'm going to, not be a jerk and try and finish the game, even though I was not having a good time. It's like, at that point I was just so angry that I was just like, why am I even playing? And what's funny to me is, like, I feel like I should have got hit markers there, but I guess maybe he was behind the rock. There is something else about the Battlefield games that when you're a sniper or you have a scope, like a sniper scope, it's not with every class, but there's a little bit of something called a head glitch, which means that if you lay down or you're behind a rock or you're near a windowsill or something, basically wherever you zoom in through your scope, you actually shoot out of your eyeball. Basically the way the game's set up. Now this was sucky because I thought, alright, I'm going to sneak up on him and take his tags. Nope. And I shot him, I thought, but nope. Did not get shot. And there's my tea bags. Yep. And by this point I was furious. I was just like, I really need to stop playing, but no, I want to get this guy. And that is the curse of playing these types of games, because competitive. It's not like I'm playing for money. I'm not playing for, a status or anything like that. I'm just playing. But there is a point where it starts to stop. It stops being fun, and it's more, just like my blood pressure's going up over a stupid video game. And this is something that, maybe should be, I mean, I don't know. It's just, games are like the new movies now. A lot of people play these and they have fun. But, there are some people that kind of ruin the fun factor. And I finally got that guy, and I was happy, and I was trying to teabag him, and then, of course, there's his buddy. Boom. So, I was like, man, don't screw up my teabag. And this guy, they were working together, I guess. The other thing about this game also is, it's almost like you have to have a suppressor to get a sneaky kill and not get killed immediately, especially when you're playing Conquest. There's 32 players on the other team, and most times there's 32 players on your team. So if you're shooting at somebody, you have to stop and shoot, and then you usually get killed immediately. It's only thrilling, it seems like, if you get a kill and then you get to savor it for a few, a few seconds. But there's a lot of times I'll get a kill and it's like, well, that made a lot of noise, and boom, I'm dead, stuff like that. So that's kind of what happened there. But I was happy to get that stupid Miyabi guy. It felt really good, I guess. And I think he gets me again here. Nope. Oh, that was Get Sleazy. Nope. There he goes. Do the teabag. Yay! Yeah. Total douchebag. But, it also didn't help that I was kind of playing a lone wolf game. In my last video, not the helicopter one, but the other one, I said it's kind of fun to play a lone wolf game, but at this point, lone wolf was my detriment. I'm not a very good player. I'm just okay, And a lot of times it comes down to, just being lucky and things like that. So here's where I was so mad that I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to kill myself and not give them any more points. The game's almost over. Let's just get over with, And I'm making a lot of noise, and ironically, I'm not getting killed by them. I was just like, okay. So I'm like, alright, well, I'll just run into them blindly just so we can get this stupid game over with. I was so mad at this point. I was just like, I'm not going to break my controller, but I am furious. And there's a time where you have to just say, you know what? Just stop playing. Just stop playing for a little bit. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm stopped playing, but I'm still kind of angry, if you can't tell. So I'm just saying, alright, I'm going to vent about this. So this is me just venting. Now, needless to say, I jumped out of this server, but I made sure I blocked that Miyabi guy because I do not ever want to play with that jackass again. And I usually do that. I'll block players that, just whoop my ass in games. So, anyway, thanks for listening, and keep playing. Play nice, though.